What was the Edict of Expulsion, 1492? Have you ever wondered how a single decree could change the course of history? The Edict of Expulsion, issued on March 31, 1492, by King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella of Spain, did just that. This decree mandated the expulsion or conversion of all practicing Jews from the crowns of Castile and Aragon. It was part of a larger effort to solidify Catholic dominance in the region after the Reconquista, which was the Christian reconquest of the Iberian Peninsula from Islamic rule. The timing of the edict is significant. The Reconquista had just concluded with the fall of Granada, the last Islamic stronghold in Spain. This victory marked the end of Islamic rule and set the stage for a unified Christian state. However, the presence of Jews, who had lived in the region for centuries, was seen as a threat to this new order. Jews had played important roles in commerce and culture, making their expulsion a major turning point. The Edict of Expulsion laid out strict conditions for the Jewish population. First, it stated that all Jews must leave the kingdoms of Castile and Aragon and never return. This applied to everyone, regardless of age or birthplace. Second, Jews were given a mere for months to leave, with a 10-day extension until August 10, 1492. Those who did not comply faced severe penalties, including death and confiscation of property. While the edict did not explicitly mention conversion, it was understood that Jews could avoid expulsion by converting to Christianity. However, this option came with its own risks. Converts, known as conversos, often faced suspicion and persecution from old Christians who doubted their sincerity. Economically, the edict allowed Jews to sell their properties and take the proceeds with them, but only in the form of bills of exchange or merchandise, excluding arms and horses. This provision was meant to ease the financial burden of expulsion, but still left many in dire straits. The impact of the Edict of Expulsion on Southwest Europe was profound. The expulsion led to a significant reduction in the Jewish population, which had been a vital part of the region's cultural and economic fabric. This demographic shift affected trade, commerce, and intellectual life in Spain and neighboring regions. Culturally, the departure of Jews resulted in a loss of diversity and intellectual contributions that had enriched Southwest Europe for centuries. Many expelled Jews went on to influence other regions, contributing to the cultural and economic development of their new homelands. The expulsion also occurred during a broader climate of religious intolerance, marked by the Spanish Inquisition. This period targeted not only Jews but also Muslims and other perceived heretics. The events surrounding the Edict of Expulsion shaped the religious and social dynamics of Southwest Europe for generations. In the context of Southwest Europe, the Edict of Expulsion represents a turning point in the region's history. It marked the end of a period of religious coexistence and the beginning of a more rigidly defined Christian identity. The lasting impacts on social, economic, and cultural development are still felt today.